Can we start, sir?
Okay.
Good morning to all. On behalf of Andhra Chamber of Commerce, I welcome you all to this program on implementation of AEO and new digital initiatives by customs and benefits. About the new digital initiatives, I think we all are aware. The AEO program, in fact, we had a interaction with the Customs Commissioner just before the Corona. And after that, we could not have any program because of Corona. So thanks to Mr. Narasimhan sir for organizing this. And I now request our President, Dr. INDIRA, to please welcome the gathering. Over to you, ma'am.
A very good morning to all of you.
Good morning, ma'am.
Respected speakers of the day, Dr. Venkat Reddy, Commissioner of Customs retired, Mr. Sekar, President of the Chennai Customs Brokers Association, Mr. Narasimhan, Chairman, Port Affairs, Customs, Shipping, Logistics, Warehousing and Transport Subcommittee of our Chamber, and other industrial colleagues. Good morning and warm welcome to all of you. As you all may know, Andhra Chamber has been conducting regular programs on various topics relevant for the trade and industry. Today we have one such program on AEO and the new digital initiative by Customs and its benefits. An AEO is a business entity involved in international movement of goods requiring compliance with provisions of the National Customs law and is approved by or on behalf of national administration in compliance with World Customs Organization, WCO, or equivalent supply chain security standards. As you are all aware, the AEO program enables customs administration to identify the safe and compliant business entity in order to provide them a higher degree of assured facilitation. This segmentation approach enables customs resources to focus on less or non-compliant or risky businesses for control. Thus, the aim of AEO program is to secure the international supply chain by granting recognition to reliable operators and encouraging best practices at all levels in the international supply chain. Through this program, the customs shares its responsibility with the businesses while at the same time rewarding them with a number of additional benefits. The world is turning digital faster than we could have imagined, and public administrations are also moving online just as fast. Information and communication technology is everywhere in today's customs workplace. The Digital Customs Initiative aims to replace paper-based customs procedures with electronic operations, thus creating a more efficient and modern customs environment in tune with global developments. We are sure that this would enable faster movements in customs, thus making the work of the exporters simpler. Today, we have with us Dr. Venkat Reddy, retired Commissioner of Customs, who will throw more light on AEO and the digital initiatives of customs. Mr. Sekar, President, the Chennai Customs Brokers Association, Chennai, will talk about the user perspective. I congratulate Mr. Narasimhan, Chairman, Port Affairs, Customs, Shipping, Logistics, Warehousing and Transport Subcommittees of our Chamber for choosing on an apt topic and resource persons for today's program. I welcome you all once again to this webinar. Thank you and stay safe.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I invite Mr. Narasimhan, Chairman of Customs and Port Subcommittee, Port Affairs Subcommittee, to please introduce the speaker, Mr. Dr. Venkat Reddy.
Thank you, madam. Good morning to one and all. First of all, I thank Madam President, Dr. Indira, for giving us this opportunity to host this seminar. And I'm very pleased to welcome all my colleagues from Andhra Chamber, plus the friends from Customs Broker Association, Chennai, thanks to Mr. Sekar, and also friends from NACFS, National Association of Container Freight Station, plus other members who have joined us from different areas of South India. I mean, we have participants from Visakhapatnam, Bengaluru, Vijayawada, and of course Chennai, so and Tuticorin, some of them have joined from Tuticorin. So thank you very much. Thank you one and all for everybody. I hope today's session will be very useful. As Secretary pointed out, we did a program I think at that time, Madam Sudha Koka was there, the Commissioner of Customs. She was kind enough to come and address our members about 3 years back, 2.5 years back. Things have changed a lot. I think Corona has played a very major role in digitalization, as Madam President rightly pointed out. Right, there are lots of initiatives that has come in the digital era in customs and both central excise and customs. And we have an apt person here, Dr. Venkat Reddy, to speak on those topics. He also will cover both the AEO and the digital initiatives. We also requested Mr. Sekar, President of our Customs Broker Association here, to join us and give the perspective on the user side. How far these initiatives helped the community, exam community, both during COVID time and post-COVID time, and what other expectations they have today in terms of improvements they would expect so that chamber can take it up with the customs to move forward. We also have friends from Customs Broker Association from Bengaluru here. I welcome them also personally, and I'm sure we expect them to also give a positive feedback on this subject. Now it's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Dr. Venkat Reddy. He did his M.Sc and Ph.D in plant psychology, plant physiology from Osmania University, Hyderabad. He joined the customs service through civil service examination in the year 1987. He's got his promotion as Assistant Commissioner in the year 1998, as a Deputy Commissioner in 2003, and JC in 2009, as Additional Commissioner in 2012, and got promoted in 2019 as a Commissioner of Customs Vijayawada, having jurisdiction over coastal Andhra Pradesh, covering from Krishnapatnam Port to Kakinada Port, and retired in June 2021. During the course of his service, he has worked both in the area of import-export wings, particularly in Chennai Customs House, as well as air cargo complex, also in preventive formation like airport customs. Apart from this, he has also worked in central excise and special economic zones in Chennai. He has wide knowledge in the customs law and procedures, particularly in export-oriented schemes. As a systems manager, he was instrumental in smooth launching and trade facilitation during our ICE Gate 1.5 version in January 2011 at Chennai Customs. Right from the launch of pilot project by the CBSE in the year 2012, he has been continuously associated with the authorized economic operator program. He has undergone training in Tokyo, Singapore, Kuala Lumpur, and Madrid in the field of AEO programs. After getting an expertise, World Customs Organization, having headquarters in Brussels, has certified him as an accredited as customs technical and operational advisor in the area of AEO program. Under his guidance and supervision in Indian customs, nearly 295 entities covering importers, exporters, and other logistics operators got AEO authorization. So, wonderful work, being done by our Dr. Reddy, has been pointed out by Mr. Sekar as well. He's also led the team of Indian Customs in joint action plan with Taiwan Customs under Mutual Recognition Agreement, MRA, in June 2018. He has also conducted AEO workshops in Suva, Fiji, and Astana, Kazakhstan in June 2017, and in November 2018 as a World Customs Organization's expert. With all the above, he is not only national expert in the field of AEO, but also got total international exposure. Welcome to Dr. Reddy, and over to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Respected Ma'am Indira Dutt, Ma'am, President, Andhra Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Narasimhanji, Port Affairs, Shipping, Logistics Subcommittee member of this Andhra Chamber of Commerce, R.N.Sekar, who is the President of Chennai Customs Brokers Association, and other participants from all the Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, and Karnataka. It's a very good morning and warm welcome to all of you. Indeed, it's my pleasure to be here and to present on this AEO program through the Andhra Chamber of Commerce. I'm really glad and very happy to be present on this occasion. Okay. Now I will take you to the first. I will give you the background of that AEO program, how it is started in the world, and so please we will go through my presentation. Just 1 minute. Yes, 1 minute. Sharing. Can you see my PPT,
Yes,
sir?
Yes.
It is authorized economic operator?
Yes.
Oh, thank you, madam. Now I will go through it. So in 2005, the World Customs Organization, which is having headquarters at Brussels, at present almost 190 countries of customs customs organizations are members of that. That time they have found that there is a tremendous increase in the global trade, but there is also equally to facilitate the kind of speedy clearances. They have started a program called Safe Framework of Standards. Okay, Safe Framework of Standards in 2005 they started and slowly tried to implement in world customs countries one by one. And India has also signed that agreement to implement such a Safe Framework of Standard. And the Safe Framework of Standard basic idea is to facilitate the global trade in a speedy and smoothly clearance, as well as having a good coordination between the supplying and receiving countries. And in 2011, India, in 2011, you see that Safe Framework Standards to facilitate and secure the global trade, and also to act deterrent to international terrorism, and also to promote trade facilitations. So this is the basic idea of this. So Safe Framework Standard, which is now it's like a Bible for all the customs organization countries to follow in the international supply chain movement of the cargo, which consists of 3 pillars. Okay, I will give the background why it started this AEO program in a nutshell. After that, I will take that AEO. So the Safe Framework Standard consists 3 pillars. First pillar is customs to customs. It is nothing but one customs administration, how they have to coordinate and conduct themselves to speedy clearance, to make the more trade friendly between the customs organizations. So that is one entity. Next pillar is customs and business partnership. This is very, very important, where stakeholders are also part of customs in order to improve their efficiency of the work, as well as to see that the business should take place in a smooth and effective manner. So, and this AEO, of course, pillar 3 is added only in 2015. That is customs with other governmental agencies. That is, namely, you call it as your licensed DGFT authorities or other controlling regulatory authorities like your plant quarantine, animal quarantine, so many agencies. That is also. But now we should focus that pillar 2. That is under pillar 2. This AEO is enshrined in that program. That is customs business partnership. Under this program, an entity engaged in international trade is approved by customs. That is very important. And who will get the certificate? The most reliable and secure trade partner only will get the certifications. So what is the main objective? Objective is to get an internationally recognized certification. So this AEO certificate is internationally recognized. It is not nationally. That means all throughout the world, all the customs organizations having the same AEO program with the same conditions and whatever the requirements to get the certificate. That means once you get a certificate, it is recognized in international. That means your business partner from overseas, whether he is a buyer or a supplier, will recognize you that you are a very reliable and secure trade partner in order to continue the businesses with them. That gives more confidence, as well as the what we call it is a very free, easily we can transact the business with them. Then what is this? AEO is nothing but a secured and reliable trade partner in the supply chain. And also, by this getting of AEO, one can incentivize the businesses. How? Businesses entity into defined benefits translate into savings, time and cost. I will explain that. Once you get AEO certificate, you can transact the business very faster way. Instead of handling 10 documents, you may handle 20, 30 documents per day. That is a simple example I can give that. So that means you are saving your time. That means instead of clearing lesser documents in a day or lesser clearances in a day, you are doing more. That means you are getting a more documents number, so that you are saving time and definitely cost. Every document clearance time taking is also a costly cost in terms of manpower charges as well as other expenses. So that is there. So now who are entitled to apply for this AEO? Everybody. You start with small, medium enterprise entities. to the large entities, and you can go to the multinational companies. Every organization, every entity which is registered in India, those who transact business with customs, they can register with them. Like who are all? Like manufacturers, importers, exporters, custom brokers, logistic service providers, under logistic freight forwarders and others, and port authorities, custodians, everybody, custom brokers, all they can apply. Everybody I can apply, those who have those who are transacting the business with the customs. Okay. Now you see that what are the eligibility criteria to apply for this AEO certification, authorized economic operator. That is, company should be established in India and they should have a proven compliance with customs and other laws. That means they are following the customs and other laws very properly. And then proven financial solvency. These points I will explain in future, next slides in detail, but in nutshell, I'm telling here that proven financial solvency. That means they are financial solvent, not insolvent or companies are like that. Then of course, systemic record maintenance, those who maintain systematic record maintenance, and then maintain approved security and safety standards. That I'll explain also what are the security and safety standards. Ultimately, they get this AEO certification. And these are not new things. Already many of our companies, whether it is a custom broker company or a big MNC company, they are maintaining all such kind of parameters. It's only fine tuning is required before you apply it. That's the only thing. Or many companies already having without AEO, but still they follow all these norms in toto. So one should not worry that there are big jargon words are here to get certificate. Is it difficult? No, it's very easy. I'll explain that also in coming slides. So you see that I already told you, who are eligible in the place: the importers, exporters, logistics service providers, and warehouse operators, custom brokers. These are all in supply chain. You can see that all are interlinked. Naturally, any importer or exporter has to have a one import through a logistics service provider or a custodian or a custom broker. So if they choose, they also, if they become a AEO, then the results will be much better. Now, the evolution of this program, AEO program, how it started. See, India, it started a pilot program in 2011. And to begin to say that actually I am associated right from the launch of pilot project, that is in somewhere around November in 2011. So from that time till almost 2019, I was actively associated with this program in implementing, rolling, as well as making into the more vibrant way of usage of this program in supply chain. So that's it. So in 2011, they started pilot. Pilot actually, we started with a because limited companies, we have to start and see how it fits into the Indian supply chain scenario. So then thereafter, in 2016, actually full-fledged circular was issued by the customs, that is 33/2016, where the AEO has been launched in a big way. And also they merged earlier program, we were having accredited client program. That program also merged with this. So from 2016 onwards, there is no accredited ACP program was no more. So AEO is the only running, parallel running, our supply chain security program in Indian customs. So this 33/2016 is the master circular of the customs circular issued in July 2016, wherein they enshrined all the requirements as well as benefits, as well as how to apply and all. So trade community can go through this circular also. Stakeholders can see that this is a major one, the circular. And also, of course, it is amended a couple of times in January 2018, once 3/18, and it is again on 26/2018. That is tweaking about how to apply AEO, a little bit ease they have done in that. So next is what we expect from the companies is that the benefits what we are to give, because when you are exhibiting such a security standards in supply chain, naturally under the customs business partnership department has to extend a lot of benefits, tangible benefits to the stakeholders. Like you see the direct port delivery, direct port entry, and focus on medium rate, deferred payment of duty. This I will touch upon in further slides. Then the mutual recognition agreements, where we get some lot of benefits from country to country when the cargo moves from either this country to there and from their country to here, and also like faster recognition and all those things. Now there are how many, this AEO program having 3 tiers for importers and exporters. We call it as a AEO tier 1, AEO tier 2, AEO tier 3. So tier 1 and tier 2 is having 3 years validity. Validity means it can be extended. It is not that difficult and it is easy that, okay. And AEO tier 3 and AEO LO. I'll tell you, other than only importers, exporters come under the category of AEO tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Where all logistic players, whether it is a logistic service provider, custodian, terminal operator, custom broker, warehouses, all comes under logistic operator category. That is AEO LO category. So AEO LO is also having 5 years validity. That means from the date of issue of the certification, it is valid for 5 years. So this is about types of AEOs and validity. Okay, am I going fast? Then I can reduce speed also if members.
Fine, sir.
Okay. Then coming to norms required for AEO tier 1. Tier 1 norms, that company which is applying should have a general compliance, legal compliance, record maintenance compliance, and financial solvency. I'll explain that what are these. These are nothing but very tier 1. Now you can apply very simply. There are only 2 annexures. I'll tell you in next slides. That tier 1 certification you can apply with the jurisdictional chief commissioner of customs office itself. That means if your company is registered in Madras, Chennai, you can apply in Chennai chief commissioner's office. There is a AEO cell, authorized economic operator cell is there. There they can submit their application and the prescribed format. The format is also there in the circular 3/2018. You can see that. Not under there is a format. I'll show you that also. So that you can do, and also parallelly, digitally also one can apply AEO T1 certificate. Okay, there what are the details required? The basic things like company name, company's IEC code, GST number, as well as what are the items to be imported or to be exported, and like that, and all, and also whether company is financially solvent. All those points only in a prescribed format is there, just in Annex A and B. That can be given in AEO tier 1. But tier 1 is only the basic certification. My suggestion is those who are really, I mean, it is in the long run, if they want to have a real good benefits of this AEO program, please try to apply AEO tier 2 straight away. There is no bar in applying like that. No need to go for tier 1 first and then tier 2. In fact, tier 1 initial days when the program started, a lot of people have shown interest and taken, because there they get only limited benefits, that is RMS clearances faster way. And there is, I will explain that benefits, what benefits only will have tier 1. So better is to go to tier 2 is always better straight away. Then tier 2 certificate, of course, these are the physical verifications will be done. This I will explain in later slides, that they will verify, and the customs team will come, AEO cell team, that is from the respective chief commissioner office. As I told you that if you are in Chennai, you apply Chennai customs. If you are in Bangalore, you apply with the chief commissioner of customs Bangalore. If you are in the Andhra Pradesh zone, you can apply in the office of the chief commissioner of customs and GST, that is in Visakhapatnam. There is a cell. There they can apply, and the application will be taken up, and they will come and verify all the parameters, these parameters at your place with a mutual convenient date only. That verification can be done. And also they will guide you also. It is not that forcefully once you apply, if you are not fitting into, application will be rejected. It is not like that. It is a mutual program. It is a mutual benefit program. It is not a mandatory, regulatory, prohibitory kind of thing from customs. Because I was there in and out of this program and seen that I have visited many entities, right from small to big companies, and done validations, verifications, and got it certified right from, as I told you, 2012 onwards. Of course, vibrantly from 15 onwards, 14 after 2014. So many companies, literally we have guided them. In fact, at some places we have seen some companies are having better security standards than the actual requirements. And some, of course, were the less, where we have told them to improve and do it. They have improved and they have submitted and they got the certification. And the certification is not only just for customs. In fact, these are the parameters nowadays everybody need. I'll tell you that. Now, when I go to the next slides, I'll explain you what are these securities. Even otherwise, without customs also, you need to have such a security in place to make your system foolproof as well as safe premises. So these are the 7 securities. We'll see in the next things. So all this, as I told you, the team will come and verify. This team will come on their own. Customs team will come. There is a government is paid to them. They will come and see, and there is no application fee. First thing is, I wanted to say to the forum that there is not even a single rupee of the application fee to obtain this. Of course, customs should not collect because you are the main stakeholder, and because of the stakeholders, customs is is there. But to go that any certification, you all know that ISO or these, that, and all, there is certain prescribed fee as well as a lot of charges one has to put. It is not like that here. You definitely get without any cost at your doorstep the certification. Of course, tier 3 is the secondary stages, which you should know now, but not much this thing, unless your company is already having 2 years of AEO T2, you are not eligible to apply for T3. But to begin to AEO tier 2 is more than enough for importers, exporters community. Of course, for the other stakeholders of logistic fraternity, they have to go for AEO LO certificate. There is only one level in that. So now coming to the benefits. So you see the benefits of tier 1. See, tier 1 is a basic certification where you get a minimal benefits. Minimal also, there are certain kind of benefits like your high level facilitation of your documents. That is nothing but high level facilitation means it is a RMS. Unless until you have a AEO, it is sometimes your bills may not be passing through the RMS. Now in the importer side or customs side, those who are know, they know how important is RMS. Once the bill is not passed through RMS, then it will go for assessment, it will go time, it will take time, 2 days. So that time can be saved. So that is one important benefit is that they all will be given certain facilitation work. That is the speedy clearance. Then of course, direct port delivery, direct port entry is a new thing is happening. They are entitled for that. They can move directly to the containers to the port, and like that they can take directly and all. And of course, there are minor benefits, but that is like ID cards being used, issued, separate places marked. These are all not effectively done, but it's already ID cards are being used for issued by the customs or the port authorities. But the next important benefit under tier 1 is 50% waiver of bank guarantee for the over the normal importer exporters. That means I'll explain you in a nutshell. Suppose if a normal non-AEO importer is importing certain goods under certain conditional notification, some of you may be knowing that under EPCG or maybe some other notifications where you need to execute a bank guarantee. For instance, if I am an importer, if I am importing, I am not an AEO certified entity. So if I am importing, for example, I have to execute a bank guarantee of 1 lakh. But if I become an AEO tier 1, I need to give only 50,000 bank guarantee. You got my point. That is a 50% straight away benefit is given. How big company or how small company you may be, once you are not an AEO, you have to execute the bank guarantee, whatever in terms of notification or whatever the benefits you are claiming under certain notification. But once you become an AEO tier 1, you are straight away given benefit of 50% waiver. That's really a good boon. I think this is the one very, in my experience, I can definitely say this is a big benefit for tier 1 starting people. But then coming to next also, another is PCA, that is post-clearance audit. You know that nowadays after customs clearance is over, post-clearance audit will be done at the site and their team will come and visit, or they will call for the documents and do. But that is being done regularly, once in 6 months or like that for all the companies. But if you are becoming an AEO tier 1 certificate holder, then it will be done only once in 2 years of post-clearance audit. So like that and all. And of course, email of departure and arrival of the vessels, it is mandatorily also getting, but that one. Okay. Now coming to tier 2 benefits. Here, first one, what we have seen in tier 1, high level facilitation we have seen. But whereas in tier 2, higher level, there is higher. That means much more benefits will be, I mean, the clearances, speedy clearances mechanism will be given to this tier over for this tier 2 certificate holders. And also they see that another is scanning of containers, if at all required, on priority will be given to tier 2 holders. That means you know that now container scanners are installed in major ports. So at times certain cargo containers has to be scanned, and there will be a big queue. And if you are an AEO tier 2, definitely it will be, you will be given priority, and the container is moved bypassing the others. Suppose they are not AEO clients, then definitely you can get a priority on that. Then coming to another is important thing is bank guarantee. Here you see that 25% bank guarantee to be submitted over the non-AEO entities. That means again the same thing as I explained for tier 1. Tier 2 is only 25%. That means if I am a non-AEO importer execute to bank guarantee 1 lakh, if I am a AEO tier 2 entity, then I need to give only 25,000 rupees of bank guarantee. That means straight away 75% benefit has got. Whereas tier 1, 50% benefit. Here 75% benefit. That means only 25% you have to execute your bank guarantee. And also, of course, this sticking of the MRP stickers in the particularly when some companies they import as it is trade items in the warehouse itself, they can stick their MRPs in before it releases through from the customs premises. That facility is also given to them. Earlier it was not there. Then coming to that PCA, that is post clearance audit. This can be taken up once in 3 years instead of regular post clearance audit. So then another important thing is there is a CRM, there is a client relation manager is being appointed in each customers. I think it is there one ACRDC is heading in each customers. And if any issues are there of this AEO tier 2 importer or exporter, import or export issues, they can straight away contact this client relation manager office so that they can, I mean, it's a dedicated cell. So they will come into the picture and they will try to sort out the issue, or they will take up the matter, what exactly will to be done in order to clear the cargo or sort out that issue. So that is one thing is that, of course, major customs only having like that. I think only Bangalore, Chennai having. Slowly other customs also has to implement, because we have seen in Vijayawada jurisdiction, Krishnapatnam and all, we were given only additional charge to one of the ACs. So like that. And but another important thing is there is a mutual recognition agreement is there, Indian customs with other country customs. If you become an AEO tier 2 certification entity, then under that mutual recognition agreement, there are a lot of benefits are there. All those benefits will come to tier 2 persons only, not tier 1. What are these benefits? Means definitely this country, whatever, when we sign an agreement with other country, only once after we verify their processes and our processes, we will sign an agreement. So once it is done, then consignments will be cleared at faster pace than compared to other cargo. That means, for example, if you are a non-entity AEO tier 2 export certain products to Korea, so because Korea already India signed an agreement, I am giving an example that way. So then cargo will go like normal way, like there also they will keep first sanitized for some certain time for their conditions. Then they will wait a couple of days, then they will open the cargo. But whereas if you are an AEO tier 2 certified entity and there the receiver is also AEO certified entity, then the cargo will be cleared without much examination also. So that kind of benefits also are there from country to country. I'll explain that MRA in coming slides. Then tier 3, of course, tier 3 is very less. Frankly speaking, tier 2, once you get after 2 years only, you are eligible to apply for tier 3. Just you should know that it is a benefit is the bigger one is that there is no bank guarantee required, zero bank guarantee for all the clearances. And PCA, that is post clearance audit, is also will be done only once in 3 years. Of course, as I explained, that client relation manager facility is there for tier 3. And all the trade facilitation given under the mutually recognized agreement will be extended. That is there. But practically speaking, T3 to T2, not much beneficial except bank guarantee, where in T2 25%, here 0%. But of course, after 2 years only, one can think about that. Okay. Then coming to AEO logistic operators. This is only single tier. This is all other than manufacturer, importer, exporters. That means who are they? This certificate is for logistics service providers, custodians, terminal operator, custom brokers, and warehouse operator. So norms are the same. What are to be eligible to apply for T2? Those who are eligible for T2, the same way, the same conditions is applicable to LO, all LO, whether it is a custom broker, small custom broker, or big terminal operator, all are one and the same to apply in that. Here also, the validity certification is 5 years. Of course, it can be extended. Just before expiry, one has to file for renewal in that. Then coming to benefits to the logistics service providers, because a lot of stakeholders must be here from the logistics service sector also. Particularly my friend Shekhar will be knowing, because he's having his Custom Broker Association side, logistics service providers. So you see the benefit, but these are under this, basically freight forwarders and other people will come. Here, big benefit is that they get waiver of bank guarantee in case of transshipment of goods. This is a very, very big jump. Waiver of bank guarantee. Can I ask all of you to mute their mic, please? So waiver of bank guarantee in case of transshipment. That means no need to execute a bank guarantee for transshipment. This is a freight forwarder. If anybody is there, they know that how big benefit is that. And not only money, even the time you go take bank guarantee, bank come to customs or wait for the assistant commissioner to come sign, some superintendent to sign. It's a time consuming, not only money consuming, time consuming. That earlier also I told, once you can save by this certification of AEO, you can save time and cost. Here you can see both in the classical example. And also that running bond execution facility. That means you need not give any individual bond consignment wise. Here, once you execute a running bond, you can keep on debiting under that. And there is no bank guarantee. Of course, there is no case-to-case permission is also required under that. So these are very tangible benefits. Definitely you all will agree that getting the certification, I will explain further also that it's not that difficult. Only the jargon words are very making that it is heavy, but it is easy. I will explain that also. Okay, then coming to custodians and terminal operators. You know that all these CFSs, all these ICETs, all come under these custodians. Under that, they all come under work under the handling of cargo in customs area regulations in 2009. You know that that regulation is very stringent, where they have to execute a bank guarantee also for certain amount. I think it is for 3 funds CSF value as well as the duty together, like that. Some calculation part is there. So that is waived. That is a big thing. Earlier, it was only for government ports and government, what we call custodians, it was waived. But now even for private players, once they are in a AEO, they get this bank guarantee waived. So this is a big boon in terms of financially also for the custodians. And it's a real good benefit. And also another thing is extension. Extension under custodial regulation 10 under 10.2. Normally it is only for 5 years for private custodians. But if you are becoming an AEO and then apply, I mean, if you are then, you are entitled for 10 years validity. That is a big jump. That means at any given time, you will get 10 years. That means automatically once you renew your AEO certificate for this custodian, then the custodianship is also extended. So one can see the straight, very excellent benefits for these custodians to go for this AEO. And not only this benefit, I'll tell you also that automatically your importer or exporter also will ask you if you are a custodian or a logistics service provider or custom broker also. Unless you are AEO, we won't give the business. I have seen also some of the custom brokers in 2017, 18 and all, particularly 18 and all, they were literally applying and taking, because the one of the conditions for the going for a tender to allocate the custom broker is that are you an AEO or not? If you are AEO only, you will be given like that. So that's why there many of the existing custom brokers, particularly in Chennai and other places I've seen, they all become AEO holders. That's a good these things and all. Then coming, that's what custom broker. They also have some benefits, like there is a bank guarantee required to be given under this regulation 8 of customs broker licensing regulations 2013. There is certain amount, whether it is a small amount or big amount, that is waived. That is a big benefit for custom broker fraternity. And also here also the license validity is extended to under regulation 9. What is a license? Suppose if I am a non-AEO getting it, I mean having a custom broker license validity till say that 1st May 2023. But if I get an AEO now and become a custom broker, AEO certification, AEO, LO, automatically the 5 years, that means from 2022 to 5 years is 2027. Up to 2027, your custom broker license is extended without applying to the customs. That means once you get the certification, you need not go for renewal regularly under custom broker licensing regulation. So this is also very good incentive given. It's a good incentive, I can say that. At least one can forget about that regular renewals. Regular renewals involve a lot of paperwork, time consuming, as well as staff has to go and stand in the custom house and try to get it. At times officers availability is a difficulty. So all that is curtailed. So then again, of course, license fee, there is a certain license fee for under this application for custom broker that is also waived. Then coming to warehouse operators. Warehouse operator, of course, they get a faster approvals, as well as there are certain notifications where licensing, warehousing license extensions, particularly for sensitive cargo and some antecedent verification, all such is being waived for AEO entities. So that is that one. Then now so up to now I have given about the benefits. Then now coming to how to apply the certification. Now coming to T1. First thing is Annexure 1 and 2, Custom Circular 26/2018, having 2 annexures. One can go through and see also. It is there. Basic information only it is required. It is just 3-4 pages, these 2 annexures together, put together. That is AEO Tier 1. This one, it has to be filled and given to Chief Commissioner Office. There is a AEO cell. You have to submit physically, as well as they will ask you to put the application details online platform. There it has to be applied through aeoindia.gov.in. Of course, that AEO cell will guide the application people. That's not a big issue. Okay. And the process and everything will be done by the AEO cell of Chief Commissioner's Office. Earlier, it was everything was going to Delhi, but now AEO Tier 1, they have to do everything here. Certification also will be given by these people. Only certification issued by the Delhi Directorate of International Customs, who is overall supervision for this AEO. So then AEO T2 also has to apply, I mean, the same way. There are certain annexures are required. That is there in 33/2016 circular. One can go through it because it is a pre-filled annexures. It is about certain yes or no or certain only this kind of thing. So it is a prescribed format is there. So one need not worry about much on that. So there are certain categories are there. Then validation. How AEO T2, I will explain that about basically this. So generally they see that last 3 years, how the company has adhered to the fiscal laws, that is customs and excise service tax laws. And they will see that whether any show cause notice issued with regarding to this fiscal laws. Even show cause notices of general lapses is not anything hinder their status of getting this AEO, but it's only willful suppression. Any show cause notice is issued to that company. Suppose if there's HA or importer or exporter, that is show cause notice issued for willful suppression, fraud, and clandestine removal, such kind of thing only. Then such companies, they may not be taking up those cases for certification. But all other technical nature, classification nature, or valuation nature is not very important. In fact, nowadays we have seen that except where such DRI big cases where that amount, I mean, willful clear, I mean, the suppression, forgery, such kind of thing only is they are not processing. But otherwise, every other cases they are giving the certification. Then about maintaining the records and their commercial, managing the commercial documents and the transport records. See that one, generally they accept that generally accepted accounting principle. That is a method, of course, majority of the auditing firms are following in India. So once it is all majority of the companies are following like that, they're auditing. And also how their internal controls also should be there to detect any illegal or irregular transaction. That means if any consignment wrongly signed some quantity or these things, how to detect within that, all those kind of things has to be there. And also to satisfactory procedure to archive and retrieve the record. That means as and when required. Suppose some 3 months back something happened, we wanted to see, means you can able to show such kind of mechanism is prevailing in such your organization and all. Of course, your security to your information technology, all your IT instruments, whether all your systems, computers are being firewall protected and all, and also password protected. So coming to that, then application must be financially solvent 3 years, and the applicant should not be listed currently or unsolvent or liquidate or in liquidation. See, basically all this why this condition is being kept. All these conditions, whatever I am explaining, is not only for India. This is throughout the world. The same conditions they have prescribed. That's basic idea is to see that every country AEOs are on same line. Then only they can say that, you see, if we give lesser condition and give certificate, then there will be when the country to country customs examine, then there will be a big problem. That's why all these are same. The idea of the this condition is company should be financially solvent is not to know for anything. It is general tendency is that if the company is financially solvent, they will tend to do very systematic things, and also they are doing very correct business and all those things. And another aspect is also, if the company is not finance solvent, they try to do something, if not everybody and all, try to do, can possibility of playing a mischief in financial irregularities and all. That's why auditor's report, statutory auditor's report is very important. While applying also, one has to submit statutory auditor's financial solvency letter saying that based on their auditing of firm, we found that the company is financially solvent to this extent. That's all enough. The customs department doesn't know how much solvent you are and all. That is not net positive. It should be net worth. It should be a positive. That's all. Okay. Then coming to that 7 safety mechanism, safety securities I explained about tier 2 and LO. Everybody has to follow in this. Tier 2 and LOs, those who apply, they have to follow procedural security, premises security, cargo security, conveyance security, personal security, business partner security. See, when I explain one by one, many companies are having these systems in place. For example, procedural security. That means what is the procedures you are maintaining, registers, let it be, or in system you are maintaining, that whatever your line of activity, you receive the goods, who will verify, which section will verify, and then where it goes during manufacture, then when final product comes, how package is being done, like this and all will be there and all. So such kind of record maintenance should be there. And if it is a big company, it will be in ERPs and other things. If it is a 2-3% company like a CHA, there is a simple registers required, might be there. That's all enough. One need not should have a big kind of security documentation. Basic idea is to that your activity should be maintained in written way somewhere, whether it in system or in through a registers. Then coming to premises security. This is of course very important, and many companies, whether it is a big company, a small company, they are all following, whether they are importer or exporter or general local manufacturer also, they will follow all this. You know that perimeter fencing is very vital, and which should be a very first level of any security method. The next is gates. At the gates, of course, security will be there, and also mechanism should be there. Only the authorized person should go inside, that is regular employees, as well as the vendors, approved vendors who come inside and go do transaction. Of course, any visitor go also, visitor entry has to be maintained properly, and there should be proper entries in that. Either again, it should be through registers or in a computer system, and so that only even after 3 months, suddenly somebody wants to verify what happened that particular day, who else have come, they can retrieve and take back and see that, okay, these are the things, these are the persons who have entered on that and all. Then coming, of course, parking exactly means visitors parking should be separated from the manufacturing or actual cargo or lying area and all. If you ask me that the CHA, how do I come into the picture of parking? Wherever it is not applicable for small entities, definitely nobody will ask you to prove that or to fulfill that. It is only that
Sir?
Gone off.
What happens, sir?
Yeah, I think it's coming back. I hope so. I'll just talk to him, madam.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Go on.
Hello.
Sir.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yeah, we were back, sir. Tell us, sir.
Yeah, I'll just go back.
Just share. And,
yeah. So like this, and next thing is all buildings locking and lighting is also, if it is a proper, I mean, if it is a park company, some exporter importer premises, proper high mast lights is required. Basically, it's to show that yes, any other movement also will be known to the security guards and all those things. And important thing is video surveillance system. That is very vital for any organization. See, CCTV cameras can play a very good role. You all know that to check any untoward incident. If happens also, you can trace back and see. Or live also, if the security persons, they can see that they can control any other unwanted thing to be happen. So that's why in all crucial areas, like gates are crucial areas, exit and entry gates, as well as particularly packing and unpacking area in terms of customs is very important, that there should be a video CCTV coverage. And also all this CCTV footage has to be stored in a safe and secured room where entry should be permitted only to limited persons. And also the footage should be there at least for 4 months, because that the DTR recording should be there for 4 months. Why? Because if you are exporting through sea, and if the cargo is reached to US or some European port, and after two months, they suddenly 3 months, if they found something wrong in that consignment, what they received, how to trace back? Immediately they will see that first thing is cargo packing, where, how it happened and all. Of course, I'll tell you the next stage is conveyance stage also, it is required. So this is very important. So these are the safety, premises security safeties. And the same thing, CCTV, what I explained, recording should be there now. Then now coming to cargo security, this also I explained that there should be a documented procedures for on receipt of the cargo or handling of the cargo type. That means whenever imported cargo comes, that means an SOP should be there in place. A SOP should state clearly that XYZ, the designation, should receive the cargo and count the pieces or the quality, I mean the descriptions like that and all. Again, the finished product also, when it finished in manufacturing process, we don't need of any SOP. Then again, when before stuffing also for any export container or anything, what is the SOP in place, where it is whose role is what, that is very important. Why? Because if SOP is there, the basic idea is today, if I'm working in that section, after 1 month, I may go to some other section, but the next person who come to my place should not say that I don't know, nobody has explained to me what is my job and all anything. So again, he has to go through that SOP, that is statement of purpose, so that they will know that standard of procedures. There they will that person will know that what is his job and how to see that. So SOPs are very important, whether it may be single page SOP or 2-page SOP. The role as well as who has to do what check, that is very important. And of course, the seals are used to be used by in the export consignments should be ISO standard, this 17712. Major, I think in major ports, they are selling these seals only they are using, and the seal record also has to be maintained. Then conveyance security. Conveyance security is particularly transporter. So one importer or exporter or manufacturer will engage a transporter definitely. So now basically we will, after application, when the customs team come for inspection to the site, you have to call the conveyance security, the transport in charge persons also. So that they will be asking some questions like what kind of, first thing is driver's recruitment they are making. Any police verification is being done background, or how they are monitoring and tracking the containers moving from the main manufacturing place to the port or air cargoes. You all know that many incidents can take place and have taken place also by bypassing the container train tracks, the trucks, and those things. So to avoid that, now majority of the trucks which are being used for this container movement, they are mandatorily being fixed. GPS movement, this one RFID tracking is also being there. Good transport companies are all implementing all this. And so that once the container leaves from both either port or from the manufacturing place, even the actual user, that is importer or CHA, can see in their mobile applications itself that where it is going, how far it is going, or anywhere idly is lying for more than certain specified time, like hours together, or like that. Or some transport companies are having geofencing software also in their trucks. Suppose if the truck is given certain routes, if it is deviate and go beyond 500 meters, immediately an alert will be flashed to the actual users. Of course, that is an advanced method. We have seen that also in some of the companies when we have done that for verification. So that is also good done. So basic idea is that the business partner, that is transport people's security is also important, conveyance particularly. Then again, the same thing, what personal recruitment. See, having all these, whatever I have said, the securities are very good. But unless until your personnel who are working there, they are in good in terms of their backgrounds, and then things will go haywire. That's why any company is very important is personal security. The persons, when they recruit also, they have to see their background checks, and also they have to verify their credentials in terms of their whatever the job earlier they worked or previous employers verification is also important at times. And also when you terminate or person resigns, all the accesses, whether it is a computer accesses or any accesses to the export or import processes has to be terminated, so that only they cannot misuse it after their severing of with the company. So all this, and also training is also very important regularly about safety and security. That business partner security, I explained about the transport. One of the business partners is transport. There may be other business partners like security agencies. Of course, security agencies, when the company appoints itself, there will be an MOU of what to do and how frequent they should get trained in security things, as well as such kind of things are document is required. Then security threat awareness, that is the same thing what I said. Then T2 application process. This is also the application can be given to the same Chief Commissioner's office in the jurisdictional. That is very important. If the company is registered in Tamil Nadu, they can submit in Chennai itself. If it is in Karnataka, in Bangalore, like that, jurisdictional. Of course, the ultimate certificate process these people will carry forward and forward it to AEO program manager. There is a commissioner level officer who sits in the Directorate of International Customs in Delhi. They will approve it and issue the certificate. Certificate is having the moment certificate is issued, all the details will be incorporated in IceGate web portal. IceGate, you all know, the Indian Customs electronic data interchange gateway. There, so that all that their documents, the certificated documents will be given facilitation as well as the benefits. The same thing process. Once you give application, the team will come. T2, I am talking about the team from the Chief Commissioner office with the prior approval date. Mutually compose if particularly on that particular day your company is busy with some other audit or something, you can request for to postpone or prepone that. That is easier. We used to do that way only. The mutual convenient day we used to go and see that and see the systems are in place and all SOPs are in place. Then a report will be given on that. So the same thing what I explained. Then now you see that these are the parameters they come verify when they come. Again, the same thing like remedial actions taken and internal controls, flow of cargo movement, use of custom broker, financial solvency. This is a very important. All the applicants should get financial solvent certificate when they apply for the companies along with that, because that is an important document they ask. Then of course, this is a renewal. T1, of course, there's a slight change in this. Now AEO T1 is no need for any renewal to apply under T1. Every year from October to December, one has to submit their financial solvency certificate to the Customs Chief Commissioner Office of the AEO cell, and certain just basic information that they are fulfilling all the conditions. That's all. It will be extended. AEO T1 only. Whereas T2, T3, LO, one has to go and apply well in advance of that particular time, that 60 days for T2, 90 days for LO category. They have to submit a letter with basic information saying that requesting they need for, we are going for renewal. Then again, the team will come and verify and do renewal. That is only 5 years once. For T2, T3, LO is 5 years and T2 3 years. So AEO certificate means potentially faster business. Potentially faster business. That means you can do more business within the given time. Priority in customs clearance and procedures. That is very important. Priority, why? Because you are an AEO. You get in a other speed track side, whereas non-AEO is normal track and all. Then curtailment in dwell time. Curtailment in dwell time in clearances, meaning more handling in customs business in given time. Again, the dwell time is lesser, faster way you can handle more documents. Reduction in transaction cost of imports and exports. Naturally, once you can bypass some of the activities, you can curtail your transaction cost on that. And then recognition in international supply chain. This is very, very, very vital. See that any exporter, they can easily, if they are an AEO, the other country also, if they want to buy the cargo, if they know the importance of many countries, they are aware of the AEO importance, and they definitely try to go with the AEO certified people only, the business contacts and business development. Altogether leads to the growth in business, ultimately means more potential profits for the stakeholders. And then challenges this one. Then you see that what is all the AEO importer exporters now, as I already told you, that they look forward only for AEO certified business entities in their supply chain. That is their custom broker or freight forwarders, all that. That's why many of them already have become, and still again, those who are not become also, they are very keen to apply all these logistic players, because for them, it is business both sides. Either their clients will ask you all this, as well as in international supply chain, they also will be known that, yes, they are very reliable and secure trade partners like that. So that means a customs business partnership isn't create a secured environment. Then coming to mutual recognition agreement or arrangement. This I will touch upon that. This mutual recognition is nothing but an authorization given by one of the customs administration country is recognized by other country customs administration. That is, authorization is AEO here. If Indian customs is given AEO to one particular exporter or importer, and if that country is having an agreement with, for example, is Korea or Hong Kong, which has already been agreement is done by Indian customs. So if any consignment goes there, our consignments will be given on priority in clearances. This is being happened. So the MRA is one of the very good tool. Now majority of the countries are having many MRAs. India, of course, just some 4 years back started. As I said, Korea and Hong Kong is signed, and Taiwan and USA is almost in final phase. Just to add upon that, in 2017, I was heading, I led the team of Indian Customs for MRA agreement with the Taiwan government, Taiwan Customs. I was there for a week. Of course, they were there earlier in Chennai also. We have shown our systems of AEO, and likewise, they have shown their processes and systems in Taiwan. And we have mutually agreed in that dialogue that we should extend the same MRA benefits. I think it is coming soon, very, very soon it will come out, that agreement. Once that comes, you all know that Taiwan is a major supplier to Indian in electronic industry and all. Likewise, so that what happens, once these countries MRA signed, the actual AEO benefits even beyond the shores also can be seen by the Indian entities who get that AEO. Up to now, without MRA, only you will see about within Indian customs what benefits you get, whatever those tangibles I explained is fine. But beyond also recognition, you will get in other countries once you get. As seen in some countries, some of the companies, whether logistic operators, their vans will prominently mention that AEO company, like that they mention in other countries. I have seen in Singapore and other countries also. So really, it's a good boom. And Asian countries, particularly all these, we now a lot of exports are being imports being taken care very faster way by this AEO only. And because this now the supply chain has broken because of the pandemic. You all know that how difficulty in the movement of the goods, particularly like chips for automobile manufacturers shortage, like that, many medicines and all. So once that's why now WCO, World Customs Organization, is giving more thrust to the customs that all these AEO players should be given more priority and faster clearances. So WCO is working, striving hard, because I am an accredited expert and I regularly getting in touch with them and all doing some work for them. So it's really a good scheme. And I'm telling you, it is not that difficult to get this certificate. Maybe my words, some may be giving that, oh, this is a big difficult to get. It is not that. You ask any of the people who got it or those who have doubt, we can always there to guide them. And it is as easy for, if your organization is smaller, you need not show so much security exhibit qualities in that. So whatever requirements, if you show, then you will get it. If your organization is big, then, because as I told you, we have seen the big companies, big entities, right from IBM in pilot project to Hyundai, Ford, all that, Toyota, and so many Ashok Leyland's, Chennai area, all majority of the companies I did AEO tier 2, and a lot of companies, whether it's Farida or other people, majority of the people I interacted, I explained, and at times, for your information, at some of the places, not these big companies, some of the places they said the same application, same kind of exercise with validation, the PWG, sorry to say that PWG or other people might have put such a big bill for application itself to see the standards. Just I'm giving an example. So that it's not that big difficult to get the certification. It's only once you apply, definitely there will be people to guide you, and maybe we all always there to guide entities, stakeholders to get the certification, because at places some people in board, because I associated since 2012 AEO, always my chairman, earlier chairman's board members, they say, you are in AEO Reddy, because I was associated, it went into my blood, in the sense that I worked almost 8 years continuously in that scheme. So, and I have seen and I conducted workshops in international forums and all. It's a great boon for Indian stakeholders to all become on this platform. So it's all that. Of course, the challenges of MROs, and you all know that WTO trade facilitation is already implemented. And in fact, AEO or authorized person is one of the entity in that. That is the WTO trade facilitation main funda is that predictability in clearances of the cargo, and its advanced information should be there about the clearances and all. So this is about AEO. Now I'll quickly take to digital initiative. That's I will take 5 minutes. Is it fine? Then we will go for
fine.
Yeah,
10 minutes should be enough.
Then I will go for that one. Digital initiatives. Yeah, digital initiatives in customs. Of course, it's a nutshell program. I'll tell you this. The first one in what a digital initiative there. Of course, the first digital initiative is that IceGate. That's a big thing. I don't want to touch upon that. Indian Customs electronic data interchange. Really, it is doing a great work, because we can't imagine the documents handling and the invoice pages and all those compared to some 20 years back and all. And because of the 1.5 version, you have a lot of benefits that you can file document from any corner of the country, if not pertaining to that any port or anything. Of course, you can monitor it, all the movement of the bill of entry or shipping bill, how far it is getting cleared, and also the initiatives taken that all customs duties to be paid by through the banking mode of linked with the IceGate. Those are all already done. So to start with the last 4 or 5 years, whatever they have done digital, these things. First one is very important. One is called SWIFT. This is introduced in 2016, but actually started in 18 and onwards, effectively been utilized in this. It is a single window interface for trade. We all know that majority at the time of the importers or exporters were to clear certain class of goods, they need certain other governmental agencies approvals or clearances. So that was, they were giving physically there due to non-availability of them at the ports. For example, drug control in major place, it is available. So animal quarantine, plant quarantine, by the time they come and inspect the consignment and give clearance, it will take a couple of days and all. It used to be a big, particularly if the consignment has to go from air, it is a really big hurdle for the trade community. So to sort out that, CBI has introduced this SWIFT program, where these agencies are also given access to the platform of IceGate, so that they can give clearances across the online itself, so that the consignments can be processed at a speedy way. So they are all partner government agencies, like the namely, I'll tell you, the drug controller, DGFT, plant quarantine, animal quarantine, FSSAI, that is Food Safety Standards Authority of India, because this is very important for food clearances and all, Textile Committee, Wildlife Crime Control, when the cargo comes or goes, whether it is really comes under that CITES, that is under that Act of Conventional International Treaty on Endangered Species or not, or all these agencies. What they do is drug control area physically, as I told, they have to come and see that. It is not that. When the exporter or importer, they give their details about that, whether they have license of that particular drug and what is the composition, then immediately they will be given, yes, it can be cleared, like that. And DGFT, earlier you all know that DGFT licenses are in physical form, as well as export obligation fulfillment also was coming on manual way. So there was no coordination between actually. So at times they used to have a difficulty in clearance of the cargo importers. So DGFT is also linked with now IceGate. So it is instantly all the licenses or permits are being reflected on IceGate. Then eSanchit. Another important thing is eSanchit, that is uploading of the relevant, whatever the relevant documents by the stakeholders onto the IceGate. Earlier, physically, they had to take to the custom house, to show to the officer. Then after raising a query in IceGate also, we have these people, importers, exporters, has to take the the documents physically. That is being avoided in this. They can upload all the whatever the queries replies, and it can be seen. Again, if any query is there, it will come only through the electronically through IceGate. Again, it can be uploaded. It is really one way. It is good that very faster way one can upload and show to the, give the reply to the queries. And then in 2020, under the Tourism Customs, this is very, very, very important digital initiative, I can say, because I was Commissioner of Customs when they have introduced this. I have seen that till then, physically the custom brokers or all the people, they have to take so much bundle of prints of the bill of entry, shipping bill, take it to the customs and take physical signature and all those things. And you all know that at times printers in that service center or some places may not function that effectively, or power problems, or maybe queue is booked, or if the holidays are there, there are a couple of holidays, then there will be a huge mad rush will be there. So to avoid that, this is a very good initiative they have, board has started, that is electronic communication of PDF based, that is very simple, based gate pass and OOC are generated. So that means out of charge copy as well as the gate passes are coming in the PDF form, that to registered mobile number of the custom broker or importer, or exporter, they used to get this. And it can be, it is no need, it is a digitally signed. Earlier documents physically officer has to sign. It is avoided now. That means, and straight away this copy through whatever there's digital copies are there, that can be shown to customs as well as custodian. Even custodians has to honor that and allow the goods to go in or out. For import, it is out, for export to inside. So this is a really good boon, because the paperless means effectively this is paperless. So where now all are having all smartphones having with the software, they can easily carry it and transact the business quickly. Then another one, the latest one is you all know that faceless assessment. Of course, initially there was some hiccups, but now I think it's stabilized. It is nothing but when you file the document for import of certain goods at your port, the bill will, bill of entry will go marked to some other port or some other location of the customs for assessment. It is basically, and of course, it is in system only. One need not run here and there and all. It's basically to see that the uniform practice being followed for the certain class of whatever the goods, same assessment should be there throughout pan India. That is the idea. Suppose earlier it used to be particular XYZ item classified in one port this way, another port other. There used to be a lot of ambiguity as well as classification issues. as well as valuation issues used to be there. And also to make that more transparency in other way, that where the cargo is moving, where the assessment is being moved, because in dashboard every day the jurisdictional commissioner can see, as well as also the user can see. User can see where it is moving and all, where it is going. Of course, there it is will be shown only which port it is gone, and officer code number, their ID number only will be mentioned. It's okay, all that. But the idea of faceless assessment is to see that uniform practices being followed in assessment. That is the first one. Second one, of course, transparency. Transparency where it is a pan-India verification, and there is a wing is there. They are in RMS. They are verifying that if certain bills are stuck at particular places, they are giving instructions to the concerned officers in that location to speed up the clearances. Of course, now I'm not there in the department, but there were some hiccups initially in the faceless assessment. It is stabilized now, I think. This is also a good digital initiative, if I feel that, because it is a very speedy clearance can take place and all. Of course, the last digital initiative, which still I think is not implemented, it is being extended time and again. Last 2 years onwards, I am seeing this. That is Sea Cargo Manifest Transshipment Regulation. This is under this regulation, one has to digitally register in the ICE gate who the freight forwarders or all the sea carriers, all those things, to file the manifest for import, arrival manifest, for export, export manifest. Because the manifest is one area where the predictability of the cargo movement can be seen clearly by the stakeholders, that importers or exporters. They can see that when the vessel is coming or sailing, all those things. And earlier, till now, it is only some physical documents filing is only. So there may be a delay in that and all. To avoid all that, IceGate portal is having this facility. But I understood that still it is not being taken up fully, though the date is being keep on extending the actual implementation. But when it get implemented, definitely it will have a boon for the export-import community. Definitely, that's it. So I think with this, I conclude my presentation. Hope I have not taken long time or too short time, or I have rushed fast. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Particularly Ma'am, Indira Ma'am and Narasimhanji, and of course Sekar, who is present, and Madam Vijayalakshmi, not to say that she has coordinated very well and nicely. Thank you very much, and I'm always available for this Andhra Chamber of Commerce platform. Thank you. And
thank you very much, sir. I think for a positive time, I'll probably go and request Mr. Sekar directly to speak. Sekar is there, sir. Maybe you could come out of the sharing. Yeah. Ready, Guru?
Yeah,
sure.
Yes. Thank you.
Mr. Sekar.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to Madam Indira Dutt and Narasimhan sir, and the other team of Andhra Chamber of Commerce, and particularly our commissioner. Though he has retired, we feel that he is in service, sir. Wonderful sessions, sir, you have taken, sir. Almost 1.5 hours, sir. You have completed everything. I have no role in touch upon anything. Everything covered. That is your passion, sir. We have seen in the past during your service also. Whatever subjects you have taken, you completely cover. You will not touch everything, and because your experience speaks, sir. So that is one reason today it can be whoever attended the session, they would have seen that you have touched everything and even complete this. You have to be used national level, sir. And if there is an opportunity, we will approach, sir, whenever the demands is required. Definitely. You are the better master as far as the AEO and customs procedures are concerned. So, though you have covered everything, but I will also user's perspective. Given me asked me to talk, sir. This initiative is a part of mainly under ease of doing business. The government vision is, though these initiatives of digital evaluation taken place so many years, but this has been taken very effectively the recent years after introduction of GST. Everything became online. GST successfully is going on. And after 2017, every day there is a new notification have been issued by the government of India to see that this digital platform has to be effectively implemented. The main concept of this digital platform is that paperless transaction, as you rightly said, paperless transaction, reduction of transaction cost, the major cost to the trade that has to be reduced. Keeping that in mind, the government has come up with these initiatives to reduce the reduction of transaction cost, clearance without physical interference. That is the main this thing, and altogether, finally, faster clearance. The main motive to have these initiatives, to have faster clearance, to have ready, to get the dwell time got reduced, so that we can complete world level WCO and agreement with our rank has to be grown up. So all these initiatives are after SAR is taken, and the main area.
I think
you're not audible.
The mic. Yeah, a little bit closer to the mic. Mic.
ஆமா சார், முதல்ல கரெக்டா கேட்டது, இப்ப திடீர்னு
கிட்ட வந்து பேசுங்க. Yeah, go on. I think it's okay. Yeah. முதல்ல நல்லா போயிட்டது, கொஞ்சம்.
ஆமா, இப்ப திடீர்னு கேட்க மாட்டேங்குது.
கொஞ்சம் கிட்ட வந்து பேசுங்க. I think it'll be all right.
மைக் கிட்டக்க பேசுங்க சரியா.
Carry on, Shekhar. I think it's okay.
Am I audible?
Yeah, it's better. Yeah, better.
But I'm not hear your voice, sir.
இல்ல, திடீர்னு கேட்கல சார்.
You, madam.
Suddenly we are not able to.
Can I go ahead?
Yeah, please.
கொஞ்சம் louder பேசுங்க சார்.
Sir, can you unmute and speak, sir? I'm able to hear your voice.
Audio not clear, Segarji. மறுபடியும் பாருங்க.
பேசுங்க சார், கேக்குது, பரவாயில்ல, கேக்குது சார், பரவாயில்ல.
இல்ல பார்ட்டிசிபென்ட்ஸ்க்கு கேட்காது சார். நரசிம்மன் சார், பார்ட்டிசிபென்ட்ஸ்க்கு கேட்காது.
Yeah, you can re-log in, sir.
அதெல்லாம் நல்லா கேட்டுட்டு இருந்தது.
ஒரு லாகின் பண்ண சொல்லுங்க, திருப்பி வேணாக்க.
அவருக்கு நம்ம பேசுறது எதுவுமே கேட்கலையாமே.
கூட
Ji? Okay.
Yes, sir.
By the time he relogs in.
Okay, sorry, sir.
Yeah. Now it's please. Now you're all right, sir. Go on.
Sorry, sir. Now it is over.
Yeah, please.
So this main concept of this digital is that the ease of doing business on account of ease of doing business, paperless transaction, reduction of transaction cost, clearance without physical interference, faster clearance. That is main concept of this digital, and the reduction of dwell time. So keeping this in mind, government initiated all the digital reforms and revolution, though it is done so many years back, but effectively taken place after 2017, after implementation of GST completely online. So as a custom broker, as a logistics part, this digitalization has played a vital role, sir. We have supply chain of link of stakeholders. We have almost 7 to 8 stakeholders. All are to be properly connected to have effective clearance. Now, as for the first, sir, customs, as for customs concern, KV Reddy are completely covered. ICE Gate is the first initiative, sir, Indian Customs and the Access Gateway. This ICE Gate, and that also effectively, but after introduction of this e-Sanchit in the 2016 and 17 period, after become mandatory, we as the custom brokers, logistic industry, all submitted a document, digitally signed the documents at our office, and one line, at a single point, we have submitted the documents. Thereafter, government initiated one by one, SWIFT, they have introduced a single window interface for trade, which is one of the major initiative for the digitalization. See, if you see these, all participating government agencies are located at different locations, different distance, east, north, west, like. So we as a custom broker have to send our field staff there physically, submit the document, get it done, and get the manual NOC, then approach customs. This has delayed a lot in clearance. So customs government has come up with the online platform, namely SWIFT. Now this is working well. As I rightly said, all the documents, whatever submitted at one point through online, getting received, and through online they are issuing NOC. It is answered when they issue the NOC, is transmitted to customs without any delay. The OOCs are being issued. So this is a great initiative taken by customs and going well, sir. And thereafter, there are initiatives on account of for example, CFS. If you go for delivery, CFS, previously we will take hard copy to the CFS people, and on verifying the signature of the OOC officer, delivery will be given. Now that has been eliminated, and online OOC are being issued, and based on the QR code, without the physical interference of the gate offices, containers are being delivered on 24/7 basis. This is great initiative because of digitalization, one of the most initiative. Payment also are being mostly are being done through online. Terminal, DPD containers, particularly AEO clients, DPD containers are taken place, on landing clearance are taken place. As and when the cargo OOC are issued, the OOC are transmitted to the let it be CFS portal, or let it be air cargo portal, or port terminal portal, simultaneously through to importer as well as custom broker as well as terminal. These copies are transmitted without all receipt of the document. Other side, liners, steamer agents. Previously, if you see steamer agent, we have to approach, physically go there and submit all the documents and take the charges. We have to approach bank for demand draft in hard copy mode. Now, everything is completely removed because of the digital initiatives. So now our people are, from office itself, they are sending all details through, they're sending requests through online. And all the liners have come forward to enable the online transactions. Even container bond, some of the liners started receiving through digital mode. This is a great initiative because of the government, And the payment also be maximum to the extent approaching liners also now eliminated. Similarly, port, liners, cargo terminals, customs, even customs during the pandemic period, this physical interface is drastically reduced. The custom has come up with the great proactive measures that to see that no one to enter the customs, and see that from home itself, now they can get it cleared through sending the documents through online mode. So these are initiatives. COVID also forced government to initiate this digital very fast. That is happening. That result we are enjoying after post-COVID. We are enjoying, continue to do this online transaction effectively. Like sir told, AEO client, over AEO client, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. No, people are importers are getting direct delivery. Transaction cost largely reduced. Timely clearance are taken place. So these initiatives are very well established, and 95% mode are being handled by online mode. Of course, there are 5% are there. Our issue is initiative, one of the faceless assessment, the last initiative done by the government. There are some 2 to 3% bottlenecks are there still. The government, we are addressing through our association, through our apex body to the government to remove the bottlenecks where it is there and identifying the issues and submitting to the board time to time. Let us hope, in coming days, the faceless issues will be completely eliminated. But one thing from our side is worry is that this digital platform, most of our field staff lost their jobs. That is one worry is there. But at that same time, we are strengthening our office staffs, internally, because everything, documents, operations, everything are done at office. But we have to accept it. This is the government policy, with all over the world it is there. We have to accept it, and we have to move on to adapt to the present condition of the situations. So with this, still more is there. With this, I complete, sir, because sir has covered a lot of subjects and time also consumes. Thank you for this initiative, sir. Organized the wonderful meeting, Narasimhan, sir. And thank you once again, Reddy, sir, and all other team of the Andhra chambers. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Sekar. I think you rightly pointed out about the plus and minus of digitalization. It's not only in our industry, but I think it is there in every industry, like losing jobs and things like that. And you also rightly indicated about the coordination between various stakeholders. Several stakeholders are there in the supply chain, and the coordination between and the chain link that should be there. I think hopefully the finance minister is talking about implementing the blockchain technology in the entire spectrum of customs for the clearance. Probably once that gets implemented, I think most of the issues will get addressed automatically. I see Mr. Nataraja, the past president, also in our screen. Before I request him, I see Mr. Shri Narayanan. I think the secretary of the Bangalore Customs Association is also on the screen. Is Mr. Girish is there still? Mr. Girish? Mr. Girish, if you're there, you could unmute and speak if you're there. So I'll request Mr. Girish is there. Yeah, come on, sir.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Kindly, good afternoon.
Welcome. Good afternoon to everybody, and special thanks to Andhra.
Yes, sir. You could probably, cut off your video and speak. Probably. I think you're outside.
Also, welcome to my special thanks to also to Sekar and Chennai Association team and of Mr. Nataraj also. As Sekar said, Venkat Ram sir, our respectful commissioner sir, has already covered all the aspects except filling up the form. Everything has been done from him. So he has given all the names corner of the AEO program. So primarily, the AEO has provided us a strong impetus to the secure trade and compliance adherence to the entire supply chain. Even though this was in a nascent stage now it has picked up. It is now moving up. It's a growing baby which has now moved from it's a nascent stage to a primary mode now. Although till 1/4/2022, as per the records of CBIC, we have only registrations of close to around 4,800 and not in the AEO of all the categories. So the custom brokers, from the custom broker point of view, we are there in the supply chain as we play a major role in the logistics. We made a pivotal role in this one to ensure that end-to-end logistics is completed, transactions are done on a proper mode, in a secure mode. So that reliance of an AEO to a custom broker has given a lot of responsibility to a custom broker, and it has also enhanced his working style, both digitally and also as on a manual front and other compliances also. And it has given a new confidence because across the globe, everybody has now started to trust a custom broker with an AEO. So this has been a new partnership for the custom broker. It's a new transitional phase for us. Suddenly, out of the way, we were picking up manual bill of entries and moving across, and we have been brought into a digital era where our staff, our own community people are all deprived of so many knowledge base. They are all behind us in the other things also. But as a true magician in the supply chain, the custom broker has already fashioned himself, and they are already moving up forward to accept this change, this challenge, and they are delivering things across. See, nobody knew about EDI when it was introduced. We had to put our people on the platform to educate them on these primary fronts, and all these things were there. So this challenge has been accepted, and as a logistician, magician they call it, because every customer, every importer or exporter will say, please do this clearance for us. You are the one who can deliver it to me in this so and so hours and other things. So what the magic wand we weave across, we don't know, but God's grace, we have been moving in the right direction, and we have been there. The wheels of change from the initiatives from the department, CBIC, and as well as the ministry has given more thrust on digitalization and on paperless, so that there is a contactless, paperless work, and seamlessly there should not be any deterrence to the trade movement of the supply chain. So custom broker has been done that, but I have some queries on my own things on AEO, because it is on a, from the custom broker perspective. The lifetime validity we have got thanks to the government, to the licenses we have already got, but it is not syncing with the AEO. If some things can be brought into that control or synced with the same thing act, it would have been much more easier. So some more amendments are required, and I think our federation and also our other custom broker associations are already working in this direction to ensure there is a major compliance also on the we are on a level playing field there. That's all. And even as a AEO, you are asking a custom broker to fill in the application and mandatory compliances which are being prescribed for, and then for a custom broker who is a very small person who will be housed in a building with around 20 people across, security reasons, these compliances, other things, still they have complied, and we have got somewhere around 900 odd registrations done across, and they are all moving forward trying to make up for that one, because it's also a cost adding factor to them, and we have to move across, upgrade ourselves both economically and also digitally, along with technical knowledge also on these parts. So I can tell you that a custom broker is striving hard, and all associations across India are working together to bring them on the same platform and move forward with the initiatives of the government, and so that there is a unhindered transactions on the supply chain regarding the same things. So these are my small observations which we have given, and small impetus to this platform, because as I said, respectful Commissioner sir has covered everything, so I can't go anything or deliberate anything on those matters. So I thank Andhra Chamber of Commerce for providing me an opportunity to be part of this initiative for this program, and also thank the other participants, and special thanks to Narasimhan sir, Indira madam. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Yeah, thank you, sir. In fact, I think you are one of the most powerful lobbies in supply chain. You know, the Customs Broker Association in India. So I think you could get anything done. I think some of the points which you mentioned, you could really take it up and then get it done much faster than what the association like NSCFs are trying to achieve. Yeah, I think may I quickly request Mr. Retd to say a few words before we take up some questions.
Yes, sir.
Please.
Thank you very much, sir, for the opportunity. My pranam to Dr. K. Venkat Reddy, Commissioner Garu.
Thank you, Natarajanji. The moment I saw that, okay, our friend is there and all, I thought Vijay also is there. So all our previous associations and all are there. Thank you.
It's our golden period when we are with short duration time in Chennai. However, we are talking about his services and his approach to the trade. He's very trade friendly officer.
Thank you.
And whenever sir is taking some classes or some subject, rightly our Sekarji pointed out, he covered everything in A to Z. so that no additional requirement required at the platform. However, I thank to Narasimhan sir and the other dignitaries in the Andhra Chamber of Commerce. Always the government are very proactive and they are introducing many good things. However, some field issues are definitely will come. When the work taken place, some issues will come. And we can, as a Custom Brokers Association all over India, in each and every location, we find out the issues on trial and error. Accordingly, we can approach to the concerned officer, we get remedy. Any problem can be solved. If not, it is not a problem. So this slogan we are always keep in our mind, and we are not to see the negative side. Always we see the positive side, and accordingly we take the issues into the respective authority. And many of the issues we got and relieved from the issues. However, a few things are going. So we are not just like that give up, and we take proper steps on the issues and sort out the problem on behalf of trade. Thank you once again for all of you, especially my Guru Garu, our commissioner.
Thank you, Natarajan.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much for your presence.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Nataraja. I see quickly, Mr. Shankar is there.
Oh, very good. Happy to see
Raghu.
Raghu.
Is he there, sir? Is he there?
Yeah, thanks, Narasimhan.
Oh,
Thanks all of you. Sir, it's nice to see you.
Thank you,
I
Raghu.
won't take more than 2 minutes. It's a nice presentation. And having been a nice person, I do have a couple of concerns. I'll just raise these concerns. The intentions of the government is very, very impressive. But the implementation of the initiatives of the government is it's wanting. Probably it is not percolating down to the field level for them to understand the visions of the government. I'll give 2 examples. You have a TRS on one side, which is a time release study, where the intention is to monitor how much you can compress the dwell time that a cargo is taking. The intention is that. Probably it is one of the requirements of the free trade agreement that we have signed that you should monitor, as much as AEO is an integral part of FTA. On the other side, you have a faceless assessment. One is to monitor reduction of time. The other one is to ensure that it is happening. This faceless assessment is intended to reduce your time because you are eliminating human intervention. But in reality, it's not so. So for it to happen in reality, I don't know how to put it forward, but in reality, for it to happen, no, there should be a better monitoring system. 1. 2 is, this is a question to you, Dr. Reddy sir.
Yes.
With TRS, which is to ensure that there is a reduction in time, with the faceless assessment, which is intended to reduce it, we are slowly moving towards a phase where every document should be processed and released in 2 to 3 days. This is the intention. What is the relevance of AEO if all documents are going to be released within 2 to 3 days? And the intention of the government of India is the drawback should be released in 72 hours, irrespective of whoever it is. So why should it be only for AEO? It can be for anybody and everybody. Futuristically speaking, other than Indian government, foreign government, customs arrangement, what will be the relevance of AEO? Domestically, it cannot have any relevance futuristically. But country to country, the arrangement, mutual agreement may have a relevance. Please correct me if I'm right or wrong.
Very good afternoon, Mr. Raghu. I'm very happy to see you because very happy that you are on this platform and all. As coming to the point, I partly agree with you, partly disagree with you. Where I agree with you is that, yes, the faceless assessment is getting delayed in clearances. So where is the, one side TRS, time release study says of this much, within this many hours we are clearing and all. But see, I'll tell you one thing. When I was commissioner, same thing. In fact, I wrote a letter and spoke to JS Kass also saying that that particularly at one point in what happened, you know, one of the cargo that is a bulk liquid in Kakinada, if I remember, the assessment part, it has gone to one small ICD, which they never seen any bill of entry, probably in that month in Haryana. Can you believe it, Raghu? Huh? The bill got stuck there in faceless assessment. When I intervened to that commissioner, then they said, you see, the idea is that I don't know why this bill should go crisscross to the smaller places. Then my suggestion, I suggested also that time, why it should go to the smaller places where the officer even doesn't know about bill of entry very clearly. How do they know bulk liquid assessment and all? Then then they said, no, this is a faceless. Then I suggested JS Customs orally, telephonically. No, it is these goods assessment should go to the other major ports like Mumbai or major ports where they also encounter such kind of cargo, so that assessment practices will be known to those officers. You agree or not? Unfortunately, the bills are going to smaller ICDs, Mr. Raghu, where they never know about assessments much. So that's the one reason. Other reason also, definitely I agree with you that the faceless assessment, I think they should have gone some more refining. After that, they would have launched very perfectly. But I reserve my comments because I should not comment on the government policies. But definitely, but coming to the other part, what benefit you are getting other than the foreign country for this AEOs? No, I disagree. First of all, you have been recognized as a reliable and secure trade partner in international. Getting into the supply chain and getting work done speedier way and all those things. Yes, as you said, the drawback has to be issued within 70 days. Those parameters you and me know well about the timelines and all. You tell me even time release study. Can they do it full month? You are giving well in advance 3 days, and that particular 3 days, everybody will clear everything. Now, off the record, I'm telling you, Chennai Air Cargo done first week of January. Can they do it again full month? No. That is, see, we all know that. But coming to that again, RMS both in import and export is taking care. That's why the time release study also is going well. Unless until the mindset of the officers not only at the port, now you have to depend upon the officers in other ports because of your faceless assessment. Unless that side also having good experience and knowledge of assessment, there may be minor incidents of doing, but going into the small ICDs handled by all this GST turned 1 year or 2 year working customs official, definitely that will hamper your faceless assessment. Thank you. Is it fine, Raghu?
Only talking of the future, sir. Thank you so much.
I know. No. You are fully right. I am not saying that. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry. I think we have another 5-10 minutes to go. There will be log out because of Zoom. I think there's one Mr. Minish Raja has also posted some questions. Is Mr. Minish Raja is there? Minish Raja?
We can read out the questions, sir.
Yeah, I think he says, what is the procedure already, if he has given BG or deposit, what is the procedure for cancellation and refund for customs broker once he got a AEO? Maybe Sekar can help him. If he's already given, no, yeah.
There is another question also from him.
Yes, what else is there? Can you read it out, ma'am?
Yeah, once got the AEO certification, whether required any one time, port-wise registration required at ICE Gate or any other website?
No need. The moment certificate is issued, the DIC, Directorate of International Customs, is giving the same certificate to the DG systems. Immediately, they will take into that AEO number and enter into the ICE Gate. So whatever, wherever they use that facility or that kind of facilitation is being taken care. So no need for any individual person again applying or going for port-wise or not. It is a pan-India, it is being recognized.
Yeah, I think one Ms. Parimala has raised the issue which Sekar also raised about the customs broker license valid for lifetime, and why not AEO? I think that's something which I'm sure the association is taking it up. Am I right, Nataraja?
Yes, sir. AEO nothing but a trade trust partner with the government.
Correct.
License is a separate angle. AEO is a separate angle. So that there is a time limit fixed by the government. and time to time, they are checking according to the parameter fixed by the AEO, the complaints are fulfilled by the AEO holder or not. If AEO holder fulfilled, they are continuously enjoy the benefit. If not, they will take the serious action. And because AEO status holder going to enjoy a lot many benefits as far as trade is concerned. So that we should not treat AEO with the CB license. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Very valid point. I think anybody else want to ask a final one last question?
No, there was one more question, sir. Hello, recently we have received a T1. Can we apply for T2?
Yes, no bar. Immediately they can apply T2. In fact, I suggest many of the importer exporters, they should go for T2 directly, so that they at least the benefits as well as the recognition will be much better. Thank you.
Madam, I think you'll be too pleased to share Mr. Venkat Reddy's coordinates, phone number and email IDs to all members and participants who was coming today.
Yeah.
Lots of them registered and some of them didn't come in, so they could send it to them and they could take the benefit out of it by interacting directly with them.
Sure.
Yeah, I think can we conclude this?
Yeah, sure, sir. Thank you very much, sir. I think Dr. Venkat Reddy was saying that he was called AEO Reddy. I think it is not an exaggeration. It is an apt thing that has been given to him. Thank you very much, sir, for your excellent presentation. So we would like to present a small e-memento, and this will be sent to you by WhatsApp to you. By mail to you.
Mr. Sekar, yeah.
Thank you, madam.
And of course, to Mr. Sekar also.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So once again, I thank all of you for participating and sparing 2 hours time in the morning.
It was a very good presentation, sir. I'm sure that this will be definitely useful for the participants, and we will be sharing this presentation. The contact details to all the participants who are registered, so they will be in touch with you, sir. I thank Mr. Narasimhan for this excellent program, because we have been talking about this for since last month, but we could do it. And in fact, Mr. Narasimhan is on travel today also, but in spite of his busy schedule, he could join us. Thank you, Mr. Narasimhan, sir. And I thank Mr. Sekar and Mr. Dr. Venkat Reddy for their excellent presentation and the view of the user perspective. Mr. Dr. Venkat Reddy has covered the topic in such a way that even a layman can understand. So it was very, very clearly spelled out as to what is the AEO and how people can, go one by one step and all that. So it is very good, sir. Thank you very much. And I thank Mr. R.N.Sekar for talking about the user perspective, because once when we talk about the government initiative, we also have to know about the user perspective. Then really it is complete. So I thank Mr. Narasimhan for the suggestion. So I thank all the participants who have taken time to join us today in the morning hours. I thank one and all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Narasimhanji, Natarajan, Raghu, Sekar, Ravi Shankar. Really, it's great to see my good old friends on this forum. Thank you.
Thank you,
pleasure, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you all. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.